Good morning everyone, it's Dee's from Turtle Dove. Welcome to my channel. This is hashtag Tea Tuesday. It's an open collaboration hosted by Live with Patti and Kathy's Favourite Things. And I don't take part in this every week, but just here and there. It's nice to just have a chatty video to keep you updated with what's going on with me. So I am making some mint tea. I've decided for a while I would like to wake up and not have a cup of coffee. I think a cup of tea, especially herbal tea, would be better for my body first thing in the morning. So I have some mint growing in a tub outside, and because it's warmer weather now, the mint is actually growing a lot bigger. The leaves are a lot bigger, so I thought I would just pick some of that and boil the kettle. And I have a couple of these little single teapots which I bought from an op shop years ago, so these are really handy to have just for a single person. You probably get about a big mug, almost 1.5. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to break the leaves off, and all I do is tear and put it in the little cup here, the little sieve. I'm not too fussy, I did wash it beforehand. Then I'll just add some hot water to it and let it steep, and then add some honey. And guess what I bought, guys? From Woolworths supermarket. A Winnie the Pooh cup. And it was the last one. Without Pooh, the adventure would be impossible. Isn't it cute? So I'm just going to add some water. And I love mint tea. When I bought this kettle, the old one is just from Aldi, and that it finally had it. It just became rusty in certain places, and I don't like that with kettles, so I bought this one from Harris Scarf, but I didn't think that it doesn't have plastic over the handle, and when it first boils it can get very hot, so I've got to use a tea towel or something, but I don't mind using that. And my hubby thinks it's really great because he sort of reminds him of when he was a kid. So I'm just going to let that steep and put the lid on, and I'll bring the tea over to the other bench because there's a couple of things I want to show you. So yeah, just an update on my mum. She had a hip replacement surgery last Monday, and she was due to only have 2 days stay in hospital, but the surgery went well, but they can't get a hold of her blood pressure. It's fine when she's laying down, and then as soon as she sits up or stands up, it gets very, very low. So her hemoglobin levels have dropped, so she's needed, they thought she was going to come out of hospital yesterday, which is Monday, and again she got all giddy and they took her bloods and the hemoglobin levels were low again. So yesterday she had a unit of blood given to her, and 2 days before that she's had 2 units of blood given to her. So the poor thing, she's very frustrated, but we don't want her coming out of hospital. There's possibility if she's getting giddy like that, she could have a fall and hurt herself that way. And I may have told you a week before her operation she was in a minor car accident, so she had a lot of head trauma too, which I'm actually surprised they went ahead with the surgery. But anyway, other than that, she's doing fine. They just got to get a hold of why her hemoglobin levels are so low. Yeah. So yeah, every day I think she's going to come out, and I've got to sort of be on call to pick her up, and then it doesn't happen, so it's been hard. You know, trying to get things done, thinking that I might get a call any time. But I'm going to bring these over to the other bench, and then I will show you what I've been up to. Okay guys, hopefully you can see I've got the camera positioned okay. I have my PJs on. This is my second cup of mint tea. So I'm going to pour that now. I think it should be, let me smell it first. I might give it another minute. Probably won't end up drinking any tea on the camera. Now, I just wanted to show you a couple of things. I did this here and there over the last couple of weeks. Remember the eggshells that I dyed? Well, I've been making a mosaic with it. These are the eggshells. I haven't used them all. It's very time consuming. So I did a couple of prototypes just on some cardboard. This is just an old box. This was the first one that I did. And I put some clear lacquer, Mod Podge or whatever it's called, on the top. This is a shiny one. And that turned out nice, but what I did was I outlined in texture the flowers, and because of the black background it got lost in it, so that one didn't really turn out well. It turned out much better without me putting the markers around the edge, so I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I just painted the cardboard black and then freehanded a design and then just stuck the eggshells on top of that with some glue. So that's how I got that one, but this one turned out better. I didn't use I made it much bolder, and I didn't outline anything with the marker, so that's very therapeutic. It's just like colouring in. So I quite like that, and I kept some of the eggshells a bit bigger, so if I ever do it again, yeah, I won't break the eggshells so small. But it's good to have all different sizes. But yeah, I just like how that turned out. So of course it's not completely flat, but I still like the end result. So I like experimenting, so that's the one thing I did. Now I'm going to pour this tea. I can always add a bit of cold water to it if I wanted, but I'll just give that a stir and get that honey through there. I like a little bit of sweetness in my tea. I'll spin it around that way so that you can see Winnie the Pooh. Okay, now the other thing I've been doing, which I finished this a while ago as well, I just haven't gotten around to recording, but I bought some paper doilies from an op shop and I wanted to dye them. So I haven't got a lot of fabric dyes, well, none at all. I did have a green one and I gave that away, but I had bought one from another op shop since. So there's that one, and I thought at the time, what else could I use? And I had some food dye that I've had in the cupboard for years. So this is all the food dyes that I had. I remember back when my son was 21, I made his 21st birthday cake, and I got into a bit of cake decorating. So I have all these unusual colours: lemon yellow, red, and it's a pretty red too. It's not like the supermarket food dyes you buy, just where you get the primary colours and then you mix them. This one's black. I didn't use the black, but there's a dark brown and peach, orange, violet, that's really pretty, a Wedgwood blue, so just all sorts of colours. This one's a sky blue, so I will show you how they turned out. I'll show you this green one first. Now this one I bought in a set from an op shop. I think it was with stamps, some wooden stamps. So what I did is I've got these plastic bowls, they're still dirty, so I put a little bit of water in there and then just dropped a few drops of this dye and gave it a little bit of a stir, and then just dipped these very quickly in there and then put them in another container or a little bowl just on top of each other to dry. And just let them dry naturally over 2 or 3 days, and this is the end result. So obviously the ones on the top are going to be darker, and I didn't care if, you know, there's little white spots around the place. And there's a bigger white spot there. It just adds to the, you know, every single doily's different. You've just got to be very gentle with them. The first one I did, I soaked it a bit longer and it just broke to bits. So you can just dip them really quickly and get away with them not breaking, but you've just got to be very careful. But that's the top one. Isn't it a pretty green? So that's I used the stamp ink, actually, that one is. I did go to Spotlight and they wanted, I think I've mentioned before, they wanted $20, $17 for a bottle of fabric dye, and I thought, no, that's just a very, very expensive way of doing it, so I didn't buy that. Tea is nice first thing in the morning. Now, these are the food dyes, so this one is the lime green, and I love green, as you all know. And some of them are mottled, like I said. So I've probably done about 6 of each colour, and then as you get to the bottom, it's just lighter. So that's that one. This is the orange, peach. I only did 3 of those, or 4 actually. I did iron some out and they're going to go away to a friend. So, and this is a beautiful yellow. I love that. Some of the lighter ones. Now this one was, I think, one of the first ones that I did, and it just broke. So these are very fragile, especially when wet. But as soon as they dry, they are fine. You've still got to be careful with them, especially parting them, but it's a yellow. This is a beautiful red. Sort of comes out more pink. So they're all different. This one's a really nice pale one. And that yellow should be in with the yellow. Okay. Now this is the purple or the violet, and you can see a lot of the blue hues coming out on that settling with when it was mixed in with the water. So that gives it a different look. I like that one. So they need to be all ironed out and flattened, but that is easy to do. And look at the back of this one. Almost looks like tie-dyeing. So that was unexpected. A lot of the blues coming out in that, so that's just how they made the food dye, using all the different hues. And this is a pretty blue. I think this one is the sky blue. And I only made 4 of those. And this one is the Wedgwood blue. Again, you can see the purple tones in that one. So they're all different. And this one's the green. I had 2 greens in the food colouring. One was a lime green and the other one I forget what it's called, but of course these ones underneath are very, very pale green. So I'll just show you what they look like when they've been ironed. So this is going to go out to a friend. So these are the 2 greens, the blue, the yellow, orange, the sky blue, the violet, the red or pink, and mint green. So that's it, guys. I have been playing around with some washi tape. From an op shop, I bought 2 big bags full of washi tapes, and I was looking on the internet to see what I could do with them. So I've made a couple of things for journals that you can add to journals with that, and I will make a video when I get a chance, maybe in a week or so, showing you what I did there. So funny, this is my second sip, so I'm going to go off and do some Googling and catching up on videos before I get dressed for the day. Hopefully the hospital's going to ring me and say pick Mum up, but somehow I can't see her being picked up today. I'll have to check on her blood levels and such and keep her in for a day, knowing that she's not going to have a dizzy spell, so it can be quite dangerous with the elderly. She's 79 years old. She's doing well for her age, but she has had heart problems, bypasses and stuff in the past, so it's just this hemoglobin level that they've got to sort out. I thought that she had a bleed to start with, but I think it's quite common after surgery for your hemoglobin levels to come down a bit, and hers were down just slightly before surgery. So anyway, so hopefully she will be home soon, and then my sister and I will have to take it in turns to drive down to her place and make sure she's fine. When she does come out of hospital, she's going to have a nurse come down once a day for a couple of weeks, just to watch while she showers to make sure she doesn't have a fall or anything like that. So yeah, and the funny thing is, my auntie, Mum's sister, she had the same surgery yesterday, a week after Mum, and she's having the same problem. Her hemoglobin levels are down as well, which is keep it in the family. I was just joking about it to my auntie. It's just funny that the same thing has happened to them both. But her surgery went well too, apparently. I don't see this aunt too much. But yeah, she's a bit younger than Mum. So anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And like I said, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this cup of tea. And I'm going to try and catch up with watching some videos. And I apologise if I haven't been regularly commenting on your videos. If I usually do. It's just I haven't had a lot of time, and yeah, just trying to do it when I can. A lot of the times I'll lay in bed and just Google on my phone, and sometimes I don't comment, so I just like to watch, and sometimes I just even listen and close my eyes, so it doesn't strain my eyes. It's nice just to, I can picture what's going on. So anyway, have a wonderful week ahead, and I will upload that shine haul that I recorded a while ago. I'll probably put that up this weekend for you. So take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.